Hey everybody, let me get my angles right here so you can see me. There we go, that's a good one. Happy Friday. Don't mind the frizz of my curls going on here. The rain definitely got me today. But on behalf of Friday night, we're going to do some date night makeup tutorial today live. And let's get started. So hopefully you guys have some plans. If you're going to watch this now or watch this later, you can come up with an idea for a look tonight. So first thing we're going to do is actually just start with the face. As you can see, I got my brows down already. Because it's late in the evening, you might be on your way out the door. So we're going to skip over the brows today and go right into complexion. So I'm just going to use my trusty rusty Shape Tape. And I'm going to start using other concealers that I have too, just so you guys can see different concealers. We get so stuck in our favorites, that we forget to use other things sometimes. So I'm definitely going to switch it up with my concealer. And I'm going to go in with my Shape Tape. Got some fun products today. And my eyes are big, so I always have this like caved in part just because it casts a shadow. Good old eye cream and consistency has gotten rid of the discoloration, so that's nice, but I do have to kind of pull it up closer for me. Just going to take my beauty blender. It's nice and damp, and I'm just going to go ahead and blend that out. So it smells so good in my filming studio today because I went, especially for when I do have guests come in here, I want to get a nice fresh scent. And right now, Glade has these chai latte limited edition air freshener oils. And then they have the plug-in, so it smells like fall and Thanksgiving in here right now. And it smells so good. And it's making me want a coffee for sure. So what I've been doing lately, and not every single time, because not all the time does my under eye require. I should grab some pens so I can move sis curls out the way. Let's move her over. Move my mop top out the way, right? So what I've been doing lately when I feel like I look really tired like today, or I feel like my eyes really feel kind of sunken in. So if you have a big eye or you have more of a hollow cheekbone, what I do is I just put a little bit of extra concealer. I don't pull it all the way up. I just put it right here and kind of try to cover a little bit more of that hollowness. And as you see, this has like my skin tone, but more of a like salmony warm undertone to it, so it can kind of color correct a little bit too. And I just blend it out. We want to be flawless for this date tonight. Maybe we're going to a pumpkin patch, apple orchard. Maybe we're going to see a scary movie. We're getting into fall heavy. My ideal Friday night date with weather like this, I would actually love to grab a hot cocoa, be bundled up in a warm raincoat and an umbrella, and walk somewhere where the lights are pretty. Then go sit down in a bookstore, to be really honest. I love to read. I love simple, fun, like unique kind of dates. Doesn't have to be what everyone else is doing. I am definitely like a vibe kind of person. I love to have fun, but I love cozy, chill, intimate kind of evenings for sure. But we do have our concealer down, so it kind of helps out, gives that under eye more of a lift. Now I'm gonna just go in with some. What foundation am I using today, guys? I am using Estee Lauder's Double Wear, and I'm using it in Honey Bronze. I'm actually liking this foundation. It's the first time I've actually played with it on my own skin. Don't like the fragrance too much, but it's not as like fragranted as that YSL All Hours is. Even though the finish is beautiful, that smell kind of gets me. When I have hairstyle like this too, I go kind of light on my foundation. I'm not going to lie, because you can't see anything with curly bangs. This is full coverage for sure too. Just go right in there. I'm actually going to use a brush today to blend out my foundation. I'm just going to use this buffing brush by Clinique here. and get my blend on. So guys, I have some really cool backdrops coming in that I think you're gonna really like. They're so cute. And they should be here this weekend. So you get some more background colors. Right now I just have the striped one and I have a traditional white background. But we got holidays coming up, all kind of themes I'm gonna be doing. So I thought I'd pick out some more colors and stuff. I swear my hair will take any shape I put it in. Just stay there. It's so springy. And because this is full coverage, as you can see, I don't put a lot on because it's going to do the job for me. And I don't like a cakey foundation look, and you definitely don't want cake going on date night. You don't want that. I love this brush too. It's amazing. If you want to give yourself a little bit of insurance, you can go ahead and put some of that foundation on the eyelid. I think I'm actually use a little bit of Shape Tape as a primer today. So I didn't grab a primer. I kind of want to switch it up. So I'm going to leave this here for a second. This actually really sets itself well. So what I'll do is end up putting my little lid primer on, letting that sit and kind of just lightly dust over it with the setting powder. I got 2 different setting powders today. So, actually I do have the Shape Tape setting or eye primer with me today, Red Tart. So I'm going to put that on. This has a color corrector in it too if you have more of a veiny eyelid. I don't. You can barely see any color in my eyelids. I have very thick thick skin on my eyelids. You can't see any of my veins. And I just blend it out. So whenever I play like background music, I just think of how cool and easy it must be, especially because I do music. How cool and easy it must be to just make like royalty-free songs for like video makers, content creators, YouTubers. I totally appreciate it, but to just sit there and make fun music for everybody to use and get, you know, recognition off of that and just make it so that people can have some great tunes playing on their videos. So I got my eyeshadow primer on. I'm going to go in with my Ben Nye Luxury Powder, BVO Banana, and I'm just going to take something I haven't done in a long time. Pour some out on my little sanitizer down here, my little Sani pad. I'm going to do a light little bake. It's date night, why not? Not heavy though, because that can actually dry your under eye out for sure. See how lightly I'm doing that? Nothing too crazy. Lightly set that lid. And then I'm actually going to go in and get kind of fancy today, guys. And I'm going to use my Latin Ultra pressed powder to set my face by Chanel. So, when I used to work for Chanel, the one thing I didn't like is that their undertones that are not beige are called beige. And it would drive me crazy because beige is usually a pink undertone. I'm like, stop saying it's beige. This is not beige. This is definitely a tan shade, or get some more undertones, guys. But their pressed powder is nice. And actually where it's meant to be worn alone, wet or dry. But we're going out and it's raining, so date night makeup needs to be snatched, right? And see how I'm just patting it in. I don't often use a pressed powder on my oily skin, but Double Wear foundation is really, really full and super matte, so you kind of don't need a ton of powder. Pray for my curls tomorrow, guys. They did me kind of dirty today. They didn't want to be full out, so I got a ponytail happening up here. So we have our base on. We're going to go in with a really pretty crown. um, eyeshadow palette, so Crown Beauty, Crown Pro. And yes, you can get Crown products. You can get them at the fiction store. So this is a really pretty palette I have. Look at those colors. So fall, so day night. I'm just going to do a pretty look. I think I'm going to do, let's do a halo eye. Why don't we? I've been doing a lot of liner lately. So I'm going to take my blending brush. And what do I want to start with? I'm a sucker for a rust shade. Let's do this matte rust. And go right in and do my crease. And just hollow that out. We're going to deepen it, of course. This brush I'm using is a Vintage Cosmetics Company brush. And it is a blending brush, but I also like it because it's at an angle. Really nice. And let me tell you, these pigments in this Crown palette are so creamy. I'm feeling it. I'm like blending it out with no problem. Just grabbing a little bit more because, as I said, we are going to deepen it a little bit. Getting real fall today, right? Only thing about September is it's still so hot you don't feel like it's the fall, so you honestly end up feeling like you only got to enjoy like 2 months of the fall, and honestly like 1.5 because it gets so cold in November. And that makes me sad. So I got my base down. Let's see. And somebody just commented, hello there. I'm going to go in and kind of warm up my halo crease with this pretty like plum red shade here from the Crown Beauty palette. I wish they had names on these colors. That's what I would enjoy. Just taking a little bit more. And I'm just deepening it up a little bit. With my kind of lid space, I always love to bring it closer to the bridge of my nose just because I have enough eye to handle that. Then I'm just going to clean some of that product out and soften it up top here. Clean some of that product out of the brush. So just soften it down a little bit. I'm trying to think of what color on the lid I want to do, because it's going to be a halo look. I'm actually liking these two together. I think that'd be a pretty combo. So I'm going to take a packing brush Take my angled one here, my little magic wand. And I'm going to go in first with that deeper, like bronzy shade. And I'm just pulling it over. You can always enhance your shadow with like a little spritz of water or mist and effects like the Makeup Forever one if you want to make it really intense, or lay a concealer down. Totally up to you. I like to build mine up first before I kind of do anything else to them. Then I'm going to go in the corners with that same nice bronzy shade. That's where this brush comes in handy, being the shape the way it is, because I can get in that corner. So see, the shape of this allows me to kind of turn the brush a little bit. And get in the corner really well for these kind of looks. And as I said, I like to build my colors up. So what I'm going to do now is just take what's left on my brush. I might add a little bit more of that reddish plum and blend and soften. Now for this shade here is where I'm going to actually spritz my brush a little bit. I'm going to pop that right in the middle, that nice rose gold kind of peachy shade. I'm going to spritz it with something sparkly. I'm going to use the Mist from Tarte. Just spray it a little bit. And just pack it right on the middle there. Just like that. And we got our halo shade popping off. We just got to match it on the bottom. Not that hard, right? Not hard at all. Okay, so this is where I take more of a like smudger brush and go in, and then I'll blend it out. So I'm going to take a flat brush here and do the same thing on the bottom lid. just like so. If you notice, I like to work on both of my eyes at the same time, like back and forth. Just like that. I'm going to take the color out of that. Do the same thing I did up top. Mist my brush. A couple of mists, and as you can see, I've twisted so I get on both sides. Go back into that nice peachy rose gold shade. It's such a pretty fall palette for sure. Warms. Careful not to poke your eye. I've done that before. So I got it mimicking the top here. And I'm just going to take another smudger brush here, or a blending brush. I'm going to take that, this is a Royal and Lang nickel brush, which I love their brushes. I'm going to take that mixture I had earlier in my crease, that plum and that sienna, kind of mix them together on the tip of my brush. And smudge it out just a little bit. And I saw a shade, let's see. You know what? No, we're going to keep it just like it is. You know what? No. There's a pretty like pinky shade that I want to pop into the corner here. This one right here. See? Pretty. Gotta get some extra sparkle for date night. And if you even want to take a clean finger and kind of top off your, give that a little bit of extra oomph too, you can. That always helps. Give it some love there. Okay. So I always leave my mascara for last. If you've been watching me this month, you know that's always the last thing I do. So we're going to put this beautiful palette away now. I love, love, love this palette. And again, that's Crown Pro Makeup Company. And we're going to go in and just start kind of contouring. So I have a few products here for contour. I actually want to lay down some cream first today, so I'm going to use my Soleil Tan de Chanel. It's a cute little swirly swirly. Smells good too. There we go. Sorry. Then we're going to use our Park Avenue Princess. Let me just get this centered again, guys. Sorry. That's the thing about life. Show must go on. I always say that. There we go. Even better center. Okay. So, then I'm also going to go in with my Park Avenue Princess bronzer bar as well for my contour. And very well loved, as you can see. I like the reflection of the makeup on the table. So this one, I used to always have clients ask me like how to use this. You can go right in with a brush, or you can kind of pat it on in the areas you want the cream to go, like so. Lay a cream down and go over with a powder. This is nice as a base before your foundation too. I will say that. Because alone, if you've got a meteor tan, a deep skin, as you can see, it doesn't do a whole lot. But it grabs onto powders really well. I also have a liquid version of it. So I just used the Soleil Tan de Chanel kind of as like a sticking base. It does give a pretty glow, but I usually love to use this as a pre-foundation base. Don't mind the crazy hair right now. We'll get it back in place. So now I'm just going to go over with my contour brush over where I laid that Chanel Soleil Tan cream down. Let me get closer. You just see where it's kind of shinier. And I'm going to go in with Crown and Angle. Just mix the two. Take my contouring. And see, I'm just going over. I think I'm going to do the full 3 because it's date night. We'll get that under control. We definitely don't want that to happen. Let me get back in focus here. Well, make a mistake, you just blend it. That's the beauty of contour too. If you start off light, you don't have to worry about trying so hard to blend it down. And also take a sponge, kind of fix it. If you ever get too carried away or you kind of dust yourself in the jaw like I did by accident, you can just blend it on out, just like that. Just go over, because you got it laid down, and just contour. Forehead. And no, you don't have to contour your forehead, but we want to glam it out because we're going out on a date, right? Kind of help that widow's peak out a little bit. So now we can put the curls back in a decent pattern here. We can get it separated from all the frizz. My hair is so frizzy, guys. There we go. As good as it's gonna get on a humid, rainy day, I can tell you that much. Okay. Got our pretty contour, nice and subtle, still snatched. I'm gonna do an intense contour video in the future, because a lot of people like that look too when they're going out. I like mine to be natural, if you see, and facing forward. It's kind of nice and soft, but you can still see that it's contoured. Did I grab a blush today? I did. Okay. So I'm going to move these products off to the side, and we're going to move on to blush. Now, I love their formulas of blush. This is going to be the Laura Geller Blush and Brighten Pink Grapefruit. I love this color. I have them in the minis and the full sizes. These usually come in like sets and little holiday gifts they do. It's a really pretty. I love this for like fall, like plummy. I'm going to go in with my well-loved Luxie 512. This is actually a contouring brush, but I love it for blush because of the shape of it. I really can't see myself contouring with this. This is just my honest opinion. But for blush, it's everything. See? Swirl it on in. That's the beauty of these. They have that baked formula and a couple colors. So when you swirl it, you get a multitude of just different hues. Just like that. Now you see why I kind of have a thicker contour, because I always go over it with my blush and everything kind of merges. So it looks more seamless and natural. Now let's give a little bit more blush, because I know blush kind of fades first. Not crazy where it's all you see is cheek. But I lay it on there. I'm not super shy about it. So we got that on. I'm going to do some highlighter layering today. I'm going to use another Cult Classic by Laura Geller, and I'm going to use the Gilded Honey. So I'm going to spritz my brush again. Use my highlighting brush. I can't even remember what this brush is. It's so well loved. I'm trying to get the name. Bookie Fan Brush. Crown. Haha. Yes. It's Crown. And that's what we're going to mix again. I'm just going to go ahead and glaze ourselves up with some highlighter, because we're going to do another highlighter too. So because the Fluff and Frizz curls are covering, I'm not going to do any kind of forehead highlighting today. I'm just going to separate them and let the hair just do what it does and keep highlighting. And do our nose. Give it some shine. Then I'm going to just take some Artist Couture loose powder. I think this one is in Illuminati. That's literally what it's called. Oh no, this is my NARS Orgasm. Okay, so I got my NARS Orgasm highlighting powder. And we're going to take that and kind of just drape it over. Just add a little bit to the party here. Give ourselves some extra date night glam. Give yourself a little bit of shine. I always like to do a half moon. I think it just looks pretty. Crescent moon, should I say. Off to the side here. Pull that back down. So now we're glowing it up. Okay. And we're going to move on to lips. So lips, I'm going to start off with a liner. And I'm going to do Graftobian. I love Graftobian. And this is the Crushed Berry Lip Liner. Look how much, first off, look how much product you get. Let's just start there. Like, you ain't running out of this for a long time. We're just going to start off with that, which I'm very grateful for. And then the creamy, smooth application. Sharpenable, thank you, Sanitation. I'm just going to carve this lip out, right? Now we got some Friday music playing. And I'm lining it a little bit deeper into my lips because we are going to go in and kind of do a little ombre lip. I would wear this lip liner just as a lipstick, actually. So got that on. And our lipstick today is going to be a Pat McGrath Honey. And this is going to be her shade Ami. So, so pretty. I just like when I look at it, I can see that texture. Just, I die every single time. And we're just going to go ahead and slap Mother on. Look at that. Look at that. That pigment though. And with that lip liner, such a gorgeous style. Such a gorgeous lip. If you want to amp it up, of course, you can dust a little bit of your Orgasm on top. From NARS, a little bit of your highlighter if you want to. Give it a little dusting. Just leave it right at the top. And on to the mascara now. And then I think we're ready for our date, right? So I'm going to use, and I hope I always feel like I always pronounce this brand wrong, but maybe not. I think it's Dulce or Douce Cosmetics. But I love their mascaras. This one is the Max Lash Max Volumizer. Really love it. Love the simple, sleek packaging. I'm just going to roll it out because you don't want to get any hair into your mascara. Love the wand. Boom. And I'm just going to feather up, right? And this is what I hate. When you get that on there, that's when you take your brush, you fix that problem. You say, not today. It's a very long mascara wand, which I adore. It really does give you a ton of volume. But it still helps to separate it, but not where you see every single lash, which I like mine to kind of group together in some areas. Just like that. And look at that. See how it groups a little bit of the lashes together? I actually love that. Like a rock and roll lash almost. Let's see if I can get lucky today and grab some bottom lashes. Let's see. See if we can get a few there, right? Mine are so skimpy. I gotta do something about that. So we're just going to top off this one where our mascara kind of shaded us a little bit, right? Then we're going to give ourselves a top off of Sparkle. It's going to glow. Go back into our Tarte Mermaid. And as you see, if I get closer, you see that? It's got that iridescent kind of glimmer to it. And you can spray out your body, everything. And it has a nice coconut water smell. Give yourself a little bit of extra shimmer. Yes, this shows up on all skin tones. I actually think it shows up a lot nicer. It gives more of a red kind of plummy iridescence on deeper skin tones. And you can probably still get it online, but it's definitely not in store anymore as a limited edition product. But I know we still have it on the website. Then we're just going to separate some of this fluff. Don't want to scare y'all away with the frizz. And then this is our fall date night look, and we're ready to go out. So get a close-up of everything. Got our highlight, Mother Pat McGrath, our crown, and look at that mascara. Brows today, our Busy Gal brow with Benefit. And you got your halo eye. So you just change into your outfit and you get ready to go out. So that was today's Friday evening tutorial with me on YouTube. Definitely check it out. This will be up for 24 hours for sure. Follow our YouTube channel, please. And watch all of the cool students, alumni, just the cool videos. You can see some makeup tutorials. You can stay in the loop of everything. And just check it all out. So I hope you guys have a good Friday. I hope you have a great starter to your weekend. And be safe. And most of all, have some fun. See ya.